Welcome everyone, welcome to another episode of For the Record. So, for this video we're going to do this week's rotation for my music that I've been listening to. So we talk about some albums. So, first album, let's get into this one. This is Korn, The Serenity of Suffering. This one I actually bought in Manchester when I went to the mall. They had FYA there. This was only like $20 there. It's only one LP, just a regular jacket, not a gatefold. But one I did not have in my collection. Very amazing, very awesome album. I haven't fully gotten to listen to this over and over again, but this is also the one that has A Different World, which has Corey Taylor on it. Pretty badass. I really like that. And some of these you guys saw on my Instagram, or even some of my posts. So this one is Vinnie Paz. Let's see, Carry On Tradition. This is an EP that he did. It's only got like 7 songs on it, but I honestly think that this is a really great album. I was actually been looking for a copy of this for a while, ended up bidding on one on eBay, ended up winning, which is this copy that I have in my hand. And I also ended up buying one off Discogs like right before that, so now I have 2 copies. This is the unopened one. I have another one that's actually open, but I figure for now I'm just going to leave this one sealed, and you know, maybe sell it later on if I feel like it. Maybe I'll keep it. I really don't know, because a lot of times, I don't know why, but I just like to have doubles of certain albums, because like I feel like if something happens to my original copy, then at least I have a backup or something. This one I got not too long ago. This one is Immortal Technique, Revolutionary Volume 2. So this is a sick album if you've never listened to Immortal Technique. This is one of his best albums he's ever done. His lyrical capabilities on this is just insane. It's just a masterpiece, honestly. This is one of his best albums he's ever done. If you never heard Immortal Technique, I definitely recommend you checking him out. This dude is so sick on the mic, like he is nasty as fuck, like, and just the way that some of his metaphors and punchlines are just fucking insane. And I would repeat some of them, but some of them are kind of gross, and you know, I think they're funny, but not everybody else would. So you know, this one my brother bought me the other day. I actually now have 2 copies of this album, but I have the one that I originally bought was like the remastered 2 LP. It was like a new mix. Like they went through, Terry Day went through and redid the whole entire album. This one is Pantera. This is their last album that they ever did, Reinventing the Steel. I was trying to think of the name there. I should have known that. As big a Pantera fan as I am. I did not own an original copy of this. This is just an original copy of the album. Not like an original pressing, but like the other one is like a mixed album. It's got like, you know, like I said, a new mix to it. They redid it, remastered it. It's a double LP. This one's just the single LP, just the album itself, with the original cover. The other one doesn't have the original cover. It also has the original back, and it's not the exact same thing. So, of course, I need both copies. That's just the way it works. When you're collecting something, you kind of want it all. You don't want to settle for anything less. This one I was listening to last night. Pantera I listened to this morning. This is 9 Inch Nails, The Fragile. I actually found this at Newberry Comics for $30. It was still in their package. It wasn't even open yet, so I was kind of like wondering why they put that up there. All the records are still mint. This is a great album. I've always loved this album. But I haven't had the time since I got the album, because I bought it when I got this apartment, that I haven't really sat down and fully listened to this album. I started to the other night, but I kind of ended up was so tired from work and everything. But my goal is, for this coming week, on my days off, that I'm going to sit down and I'm going to listen to this entire album. It's 3 LPs. And I know it's going to take a while. Usually it's a double CD. I haven't listened to the full album in a while. And I really do love this album. Back when this album first came out, this album came out the day before my birthday. And this girl, Terry, that I was dating at the time, she went to the store, bought it for me, brought it to me the next day and was like, happy birthday. And I was like, how the hell did you know I want that? Well, of course, back then I had all the cool CDs, so it just, you know, she always added to my CD collection. Anytime something came out, like Korn Issues came out, like, I think during Christmas or something like that, around that time, she ended up buying that for me for Christmas and shit. And I ended up buying her, like, Dr. Dre 2001, The Chronic, for, like, her birthday and shit, so it was cool. I still remember little weird facts like that from junior high. This one I listened to last night. This is a great album. I was so happy to listen to this again. Stone Temple Pilots Purple. This is obviously just a reissue. They recently just came out with this again. I didn't go with the Walmart edition because I didn't like my core copy. This one's just black vinyl, 180 gram. It sounds absolutely amazing. I love this album. It's got so many good songs on it. If you've never heard Stone Temple Pilots, they're definitely like in that grunge era from the 90s. Super good band. Everything they did was like amazing. Even Tiny Music was an amazing album. Stone Temple Pilots Purple, really good album. Core is another really great album. I have that one too. Super awesome. And then of course, last night I also wanted to listen to this. This is an original pressing of Marilyn Manson Mechanical Animals. You can tell because it's got the 2 jackets, one for each album. That's just how it comes. Omega symbol on the back. And this one's Mechanical Animals. This came out like 1999 or 1998. Somewhere around there. But this is a great album. This pressing sounds so fucking amazing. So amazing. I love it. It's great. Can't get enough of that. I could listen to that album forever. That's honestly like one of my top favorite Manson albums. And of course, since we've been talking about Tool, last night when I first got home, this was the first album I listened to. This is a bootleg copy of Saliva. This is a great album right here. This has got 5 tracks out of like what, the 7 that are on there. It's missing a couple tracks, but for the most part, it's all there. This is a great album. Sounds amazing. I love this album. I'd like to find the double disc version of it that came out, but I believe that's also an unofficial copy. But this was the only one I was able to snag. A lot of times, because of my channel, people will message me, or if I buy like certain records off somebody off Discogs or eBay, they'll be like, hey, I also have this album for sale from this same artist or same genre or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So they messaged me and they told me that they had a copy of this as well, and I was like, cool. I said, they took pictures of it and sent it to me, and I was like, yeah, I want that. They're like, really? And I was like, yeah, what color is it? They're like, it's red. It's like, definitely send it to me. I don't remember how much I paid for this album, but it's super sick. Here, I'll even show you the inside of this. I also did a video on all my Tool vinyl. I think I have more now than I did before. There's the red vinyl. It's got some black in it. But if you can find a copy of this, I definitely suggest getting it. It's definitely worth having in your collection, considering it's not one of those albums you can just go buy. And then, like the other night, I was talking about this in one of my videos. This is Tool Fear Inoculum. This is the bootleg. This is a clear version, and I'll show you. This album actually does sound really, really good for, you know, being digitally sourced. But it's funny because right after I made that video, the next day, they pre-orders went up for the actual Tool vinyl, and it was like $180 or whatever. And I have that option on like PayPal to pay in like 4 payments or whatever. So I just snagged it. I made the first payment, pre-ordered it off of the Groove. I know it's going to be a pain in the ass to listen to all 5 disc to get up and change each one, but for the records there, each, all 5 records. But I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna keep both copies. I really like this copy. I'm probably never ever gonna let this go, even though it is bootleg. I really enjoy it. Really don't care what anybody else says. Like, yeah, you may not like bootlegs, but this guy does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind them, especially when it's harder to albums that you can't find. Like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep my official pressings forever. And maybe one of these days, if I ever find one of the signed ones out in the wild that they sold at their shows there, and I find it for a decent price, I might buy that one too. I never know. And plus, I plan on opening up my own store one of these days if I ever get a chance. That's like really my goal. Like, first, I need to get a house. I also need to buy a truck, and then I need to, open up my own store, and I want to start selling records and T-shirts and all that shit. Just do my own thing. You know what I mean? Work for myself. Why work for anybody else? Like, I love my job that I have right now, but I would love to work for myself. So, in the mix was Vinnie Paz, Carry On Tradition. This is the one that's open. I'll show you guys this one. My favorite song is honestly the first song, God Bless. It hits so hard. Especially when you have a good stereo system. Oh, and this is one that I actually have to change out. Now that I know, I will go get a Mo Fidelity sleeve for it. I love how it's like, half red, half black. It goes with the album colors and everything. It's really sick. But for now, I'll put it in here. I have listened to this already. It's just an amazing album. I was so happy to have this and to put this on my turntable and listen to it. It was sick as hell. I really do love this album. Like I said, this one was open when I bought this one. I believe this one was, I don't know, I feel like both of them were probably around the same price, so, whatever. Like I said, I'll listen to this one for now. Keep the other one sealed just in case I feel like selling it at some point. But this is a great album. I know I just showed that twice, but, it's cool. This is another one I posted that you guys saw. This is Necro Death Rat. I actually bought the CD of this when this first came out. I saw this come up on Discogs, and this was probably the cheapest that I've seen it in a long time. It was like $50 or some shit like that, and usually these are like $100, $200. And it's the HHV pressing, and it's blood red vinyl. This also comes in a gatefold. Just put that down for a second. Comes in a nice gatefold like that. It's just the lyrics of the songs and everything. Show you the vinyl. It's pretty sick too. I really like the red on this. Sorry, I'm kind of sitting in my chair trying to hold this up together so I can show you. So there's one side. I love that logo on it. And then it tells you what tracks are on what side. So it is pretty sick. And I'm just trying to figure out which is side A. Usually it'll say on it somewhere. I believe that one's A and this one's B. So I guess I really don't know what side is what, but whatever. It's all good. It's Necro Death Rat. It's a double LP. I remember listening to this not too long ago when I first got this, not even a week ago. I really love Necro, and I actually love this album. I thought this album was so amazing. In it, on the back here, it says, to anybody he forgot, he was sorry. He's been drinking coffee. He stayed up for 60 hours or something to record this album and make it, mix it, and all that stuff. So, and it's pretty good heavy metal on this album, and it's got some good artists. People from Lamb of God and just stuff like that. Can't remember everybody that's on it. Bill's on here, Mr. Hyde is on here. That's what I can see from here. One of the dudes from Anthrax is on here. But yeah, this is a great album. If you haven't heard of this album, definitely go check out Necro Death Rat. Sick album. I really love this album. getting down to the last couple. So this is one I got the other day. I actually plan on doing a vinyl review on this, but it's going to be not your typical vinyl review. So what I want to do is I want to do a Cold Chamber kind of like documentary. I want to go from the very beginning, from when the band started, and let's, you know, go over their whole entire career for the most part. This is their first album. This is clearly a bootleg because it's never been pressed on vinyl. They did have like a post like 2 years ago saying that they were gonna officially release this on vinyl, and then I never heard anything else about it. I don't know if anybody else saw that post or not, but they did put merch up on a store or some shit, like officially for the first time in like 30 years or some shit like that. They said, or 20 years or something. I don't even fucking know. Maybe even 10 years, I'm not certain about that, but this is pretty cool. As you can see, it's like yellow with like spots all over it. They're like grayish white. It's pretty dope. And that's got that on one side and that on the other side. And it sounds really good. I've already listened to this. I was super happy to put this on my fucking turntable. Like, Cold Chamber, I remember getting this CD back when I was a kid. We used to have this store called the Music Shop. I remember one day, my mom said that she was going down into town. We lived in Bradford, Vermont, and we had to go to like West Lev area, like where I live about now. And she was like, "We're gonna go down that way," and I was like, "All right, can we please stop at the Music Shop, please, 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 please?" And I had like, you know, $3, $4, $5 or whatever. And I remember seeing that album there quite a few times. So I'm like, if they have that today, I'm gonna pick that up. They did have a copy of it still, and I think like my mom gave me like $1 or $2 so I could end up buying it. I like had to beg her. I'm like, please, please, please let me get this album. I really want this album because I just wanted something new. I was sick of all the same old music. You know what I mean? Of course, back then I didn't have a job or anything like that, so me getting money, I had to save like every dollar to go get an album back then. So I was super happy when I got that. I got super into Cold Chamber. I was so happy that I didn't miss out on that. And then I remember when Chamber Music came out, I went out and got that album also. Both great fucking albums. And then last but not least, this is Army of the Pharaoh's Unholy Terror. So if you look this up on like Spotify, it's not even the same album that they have up. Some of them have like different beats on it and stuff, and some of them are like mixes, and some songs are taken out. So this is the second pressing. I don't think they're ever gonna press this album again. I think something, you know, like a sample or something must have ran out on their time that they had to press it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the same thing. Like if you listen to the new mix of Notorious B.I.G., certain songs, and then you listen to the original that came out in the 1994, there's samples that are in the song that are no longer in those songs. And to me, it's like, that's the way the song was made. Like, if you didn't want to plan on paying for those samples forever to get them cleared, you're basically ruining the album after that. And I feel like once they pay for a sample, they should be able to press it as many times as they want. Luckily for me, I was able to get a copy of the Vinyl Me Please, which did have the correct samples on it. It was a great album. I bought it before it got super expensive. This basically goes along with all my other Jedi Mind Tricks and Army of the Pharaohs. Like, I pretty much have all colored editions for like all the second and third pressings of these. I don't really think I have too many originals in my collection. I'm pretty sure they're all represses, but I'm happy enough to say, hey, at least I have them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care as long as I have them. You know what I mean? Because I have every single album. I'm only missing a couple of Vinnie Paz albums, and other than that, I'm actually pretty good. I have all of the Army of the Pharaohs. I have all the Jedi Mind Tricks, plus I pre-ordered the new Jedi Mind Tricks, which I haven't really got into the new album yet. I'm kind of waiting for that to come out, and then so I can spin that on my turntable. I'm also like getting really like impatient with that Nirvana Nevermind box set, because I did buy that too, where I've seen the original LP with the 7-inch like out in the stores, and I thought about just buying that to listen to the original album for now, and then wait for all the extra stuff to come in when I get the box set. But I just don't want 2 copies for nothing, considering I already own the Palace copy of that, which is the Bernie Grundman mix, and that mix is absolutely amazing. It sounds great. If you find that album anywhere, never mind, get it. If you can find this album for under $100, definitely get it. It's totally worth it, especially if you can find the original version. I believe the first pressing, the black one, is a gatefold. This one is not, but like I said, I don't really care. It's an album that I've been wanting forever in my collection, and I never found it for under $100 since I started collecting records. So an album that I've been looking for a couple years. Now, if you like any of the videos, make sure to like and subscribe. It definitely helps out my videos, and it definitely helps out for the algorithm on YouTube. I notice a lot of you guys aren't even subscribed that do watch my videos. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please share my videos. Please get the numbers up there. It just helps out with the channel a lot. And I'm going to start doing these shows soon, where I'm going to go probably in the next week or 2. I'm going to go back to that one store that I went to in Manchester, and I believe it's called Music Connection, and I'm going to film inside there and talk to the owner and shit. And then I'm going to do these things where once a week or once every 2 weeks or something like that, I'm going to go out to another record store that I've never been to in another town, just to show you guys what kind of record stores are out there, and who knows, maybe I might find something good. But in order to do that, I need you guys to keep watching my videos and make sure you're subscribed, and help my channel out, because it helps me to be able to do other things for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So, because honestly, I really don't make shit off this, ever. I think I made my first YouTube payment ever, last week. So, you know what I mean? I put so much money into this shit, it's ridiculous. So, if you could just do that for me, that would help me out a lot. I'm always looking to, anything helps. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to sit here and ask for fucking money and shit like that. It's whatever. I'm dependent on myself for the most part, other than you guys watching my videos. But anyways, that's all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoy. Have a great day. Make sure to subscribe, alright? Later. Peace.